Want to get your thoughts on the Cowboys' last 7 games.
Okay.
I took a look at their schedule. I was like, it was okay.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys are peaking at the right moment? Obviously you got the road win against the Buccaneers, but how are you feeling about this team? Are you as confident as ever at this point in the season?
I'm not confident based off of what I've seen on the field, but I am confident because of the players that we brought in. If the last 7 games starts off with the Vikings, I think that Vikings game kind of gave everybody a little bit of a false sense of we've arrived. And then you back that up again with the Giants game, and then you back it up with the big blowout over the Colts. So I think those were the first 3 of the 7 that you're talking about. And then after that, it was just, what team is this for 4 games?
Yeah.
We end up beating the Eagles somewhere in there, but that was with the backup quarterback. So
that was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. So it has been really up and down because the rest of those games were like, this is a 2-13 team. Why are they within a touchdown of you guys?
Yeah.
So I feel like looking at the game, I'm a little bit concerned, but looking at the veteran leadership we have that we haven't had in the past, you can kind of see, even though we did win those games, there were times in the past where if we were in the situations that we were in, we would have lost those games. So it's good to see when we get dealt with some adversity during the game, we don't let it get too far to hand and then have to come back from 20 down like we did against you guys last year. Yeah. We have guys that can kind of keep things steady so that even if we are down, we can keep it close so that we don't have to try to depend on the refs or a fluke play to win or lose it for us at the end.
Like I said before, I think this team really took off after the Chiefs game, and the Dolphins game kind of started it as well, or I should say continued it. Brock Purdy coming in, I think he's really elevated this offense. Obviously trading for CMC, not only can he help you in the run game, but in the passing game as well. And he's really opened up space for every other player that's on the roster. Debo is finally healthy. We still have Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. I mean, man, who is this at tight end? George Kittle. We haven't seen this type of performance from George Kittle. It's been a while. It's been quite some time. Definitely. Jimmy G, he'll get Kittle the ball, but it's all about ball placement. It's about hospital balls that Jimmy G would sometimes throw to George Kittle. He throws it to Kittle, and Kittle gets blown up, and then we wonder why Kittle gets hurt. And, the first 9 games of the season, Kittle had 4 touchdowns. The last 6-7 games, he's had 7 touchdowns. Right. So he's peaking at the right moment. And I don't think there is a linebacker in the NFL that can cover George Kittle. And we know what Kittle can do in the running game, in the trenches. So
it's going to be a great matchup.
It's going to be a great matchup. Right now. Absolutely. And let's talk about the trenches for a second. Yeah. Because that's where games are won and lost a lot of the times. Let me go first. Okay, so Niners, last year, we had Lincoln Tomlinson at left guard. We had Alex Mack at center. We had Brunskill at that right guard spot. I can remember telling you last year that, hey, Brunskill, he can be pushed around a little bit along the offensive line. But the 2 previous guys I mentioned, they were, Pro Bowl caliber players. Lincoln Tomlinson was an Iron Man. He started all 5 seasons with the 49ers. He left this offseason and took the bag to the Jets. Hey, I wish him well, man. I don't blame you. So coming into the season, there was a lot of uncertainty, inexperience at the interior of our offensive line. We basically had Aaron Banks, who we drafted last year, second round pick.
Love him.
Yeah, Notre Dame didn't get any snaps though, no significant snaps because obviously Lincoln Tomlinson was ahead of him, right?
Yeah, and so he didn't play guard before either. He was a pure tackle in college.
Right.
He needed transition.
And Banks now is entrenched at left guard. Now we have Jake Brindle at center, who didn't have any significant amount of snaps or starts previous to this year. And then we got right guard Burford, who we drafted this season as well. So you go from the experience to basically rookie players starting. So
and don't forget you got McGlinchey, who's a third year
McGlinchey,
McGlinchey, another Notre Dame guy.
Yeah, we love our Notre Dame offensive lineman for some reason. McGlinchey, he is a solid player. He is in the last year of his contract, so I'm sure he's looking to get broke off something proper in the offseason, and it's well deserved. There aren't a ton of great upper echelon like right tackles right now in the NFL. Obviously, you got the big silver back and Trent Williams on the left side, but there was a lot of uncertainty in the middle of our offensive line. I think they've gelled. I think they played very well. I don't think Aaron Banks allowed a sack this season. And he just got back from injury as well. He didn't play against, I think he did not play against the Cardinals the last game of the year, but then he played in the playoff game. So we should see him. But yeah, that's going to be an intriguing matchup. I think Trent Williams will be fine. I think he'll be lined up probably against Micah Parsons, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
but